Hi everyone, my name is Sophia and I'm the Principal Counsellor of Sophia Wellness Clinic. In this video, I'll be discussing the different types of anger management problems, the impacts of poor anger management, and also share some effective strategies for managing anger. Let's start with understanding a little bit more about anger. So anger, in its essence, is a natural emotional response that we all experience. It's often triggered by what we perceive as a threat or an injustice, and it manifests through intense physical reactions, like a spike in our heart rate, increased sweating, or muscular tensions. While experiencing and expressing anger is a normal part of life and can even be constructive when handled properly, it becomes a concern when it's too frequent or intense, leading to various personal and interpersonal challenges. So, let's delve into understanding the common types of anger management problems and how they can affect us. So first, we have chronic anger. This is where individuals find themselves frequently losing their temper over relatively minor issues. They often react more intensely than the situation warrants and struggle to control their temper. This type of anger can be exhausting, not just for the person who is experiencing it, but also for those around them as well. People in close contact with someone who has chronic anger often feel like they are walking on eggshells, constantly trying to avoid triggering an outburst. Next, we have passive anger. This type is less obvious but equally impactful. So it manifests in indirect ways, not through outright expressions of anger, but perhaps through sarcasm, apathy, or even passive-aggressive behavior. So those with passive anger might not even be aware that they are angry. Instead, their feelings might get misdirected, leading to actions that actually undermine relationships. So, for example, a person might feel resentful that their partner is spending too much time with friends and respond with cold indifference or sarcastic comments rather than addressing the issue directly. So then we have aggressive anger. So this form of anger is outward and unmistakable. It's characterized by hostile and sometimes even violent expressions of anger. So people with aggressive anger may not get angry often, but when they do, it gets intense and can be frightening for others. This type of anger may manifest as yelling, physical aggression, or even destructive behavior. So it's crucial to recognize that while aggressive anger might feel powerful in that moment, it often leads to long-term damage in relationships and personal well-being as well. Finally, we come to the most severe form, intermittent explosive anger, or IED. So this disorder is characterized by sudden, explosive episodes of disproportionate aggression. So someone with IED may react explosively to situations that others might find only mildly frustrating. So these episodes are intense and can include verbal outbursts, physical aggression, or even damage to property. IED is particularly concerning because of its unpredictability and potential for serious harm to others and to oneself as well. What are the impacts of poorly managed anger? So poorly managed anger doesn't just affect our emotional state, it also has wide-ranging consequences in our lives. Firstly, poor anger management can have a direct impact on our relationships. It can erode trust, create constant tension, and a breakdown in communication with our loved ones and colleagues. This strained atmosphere can make homes less comforting and workplaces more stressful. From the health perspective, the effects are equally significant. Persistent anger puts a strain on the body, increasing the risk of health problems like heart disease and high blood pressure. It's not just physical health that's affected. Mental well-being often also takes a hit. So long-term anger can be a precursor or exacerbate conditions like anxiety, stress, and depression. These issues highlight the importance of not only recognizing but also effectively managing our anger as well. With the understanding of anger's impact, it's clear why finding effective management strategies are crucial. Anger management is about learning healthy ways of expressing and dealing with our emotions. The techniques that we'll discuss here are grounded in evidence-based approaches and are also techniques that we used at Sophia Wellness Clinic. Let's start with a technique central to anger management called CBT, Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. So cognitive behavioral therapy is a structured therapy approach based on the idea that how we think, how we feel, and how we act often all interact together. The process of CBT helps you to identify your anger triggers, which are specific situations in which you frequently experience anger. So once these triggers are identified, CBT guides you in reshaping the thoughts and beliefs that are linked to them. This way, you gradually learn to respond differently to the situations that used to set off your anger. Next, we have relaxation techniques. Relaxation techniques are especially helpful when you're in a situation when you feel that your anger is rising, your heart is beating faster, and tension is building. So in those moments, techniques such as deep breathing or visualization can be incredibly effective. They act as an immediate tool to cool down the flames of anger, giving you a moment to pause to manage your response better. So another vital strategy in managing anger is called stress inoculation training. So this method is all about building your resilience to the inevitable stresses of life that often lead to anger. It prepares you by teaching you how to anticipate and handle stressful situations effectively. With this training, you're not caught off guard by stresses. Instead, you develop the skills to respond to them in a calm and controlled manner. The goal here is to minimize the chance of these situations triggering an angry response, giving you a greater sense of control over your reactions. Lastly, improving communication skills is also crucial. Often, anger arises from misunderstandings or feeling unheard. By learning how to express your thoughts and feelings assertively and not aggressively, you open the door to clearer and more constructive interactions. This approach helps to prevent conflicts from escalating and leads to more effective problem solving. So, by combining these techniques, CBT, relaxation techniques, stress inoculation training, and better communication skills, you can start to experience and express your anger in healthier ways. It's a journey towards healthier emotional control and a more harmonious life. So we have explored the different types of anger, their impacts, and some effective strategies to control them. It's important to remember that managing anger is a skill, and like any skill, it requires practice and patience to master. So we hope this video has provided you with valuable insights and tools to help you on your journey towards better anger management. For additional resources on anger management or professional counseling services, you can visit our website at www.sophia.com.sg. Thank you for watching this video, and remember, taking steps to manage your anger is not just about improving your own life, it positively affects those around you as well. So stay tuned for more content like this and see you in the next video.